Hey guys, AKS13 here. So I got a gameplay for you today, but who cares about the gameplay? We're gonna talk about the Xbox One and the what's it called, the PS4. And I know you're gonna be like, "Oh, you're 6 days late, you retard." Well, you know what? Go screw yourself. But right now we're gonna be talking about how well, first we'll go in sections. I'm gonna pop a picture right now. And we're going to talk about the Xbox One. I don't know why people would like it. It's a really stupid idea. I mean, not stupid, like they did come up with some pretty good ideas, like let's put let's make it play TV, and you can also just like a new layout. But how bulky it is, like if you go back to 2006 during E3 when they announced the PS4, PS3, everyone was like, it's huge. You look at the PlayStation 2, and people thought that was huge. Then when they slimmed down, everyone's like, that's nice. But this is a friggin' VCR. Like you guys can be saying, oh, you're biased because you have a PlayStation. I have both systems, guys. Right now, I play Xbox more, but honestly, how Sony delivered, like, Xbox showed the console, and they just talked about games that they could do on it, and most of it was TV. On PlayStation, they talked about the games and the things that you could do while playing the PlayStation, but they just didn't show the PlayStation. So, but we're staying on Xbox for now until I move over to the thing. But Xbox, like, you have to pay a small fee to play used games because there's going to be like an activation code on the discs now. I've heard you have to. Sorry about that. Parents yelling downstairs. You have to make sure that you're always online for it to work. You need the Xbox Connect to be connected to the Xbox for it to work. Like, come on. Why would I want that if I don't have not even a foot of space in my room? Why the hell would I want that? Stupidest thing ever, but you know what? Whatever, it's done. It's just... It's stupid. It's something that... if you guys have anything about what I'm talking about, and you think, oh, you're wrong, you're a hypocrite, you're white, whatever, just post it in the comments below, and I'll just, I don't know, give you a high five for trying to insult a white guy. Well, but now we're going over the PS4. Wow. Like, people can be like, you don't even know what the console looks like. Yeah, it's like, who cares what the console looks like? Oh, okay, we do care what the console looks like. We don't want it to look like the friggin' what's it called? Like the Xbox. But it won't look like that. It won't be a VCR because I believe Sony has learned from PlayStation 2, one that was like a mini VCR, to PS3, which was a friggin' oval, and then now to PlayStation 4, when I think they're just gonna make it slim at some parts and the other parts have to be a little bit wider. So like the back would have to be wider because of that's where the power is. That's where the USB connectors, main USB connectors are gonna be. Say for like the PlayStation iToy if you play Sports Champions or stuff like that. But in the front, it's just going to be nice and slim. It's going to be like a nice aerodynamic thing. That's what I believe. That's what it should look like. And from the pictures that they teased, that Sony teased, I don't know if you guys saw that video. Just like search up PlayStation 4 console tease or something like that. I don't know. But it was pretty interesting how it looked like. But that's kind of it. That's it for what the console looks like. What I think what the console would look like. But the games, now, Sony has already delivered a handful of games. Watch Dogs, we all knew that since Video Game Awards or whatever. Infamous Second Son, like even though we all know there's an Infamous 2, right? This is like an entire different thing with a guy that controls fire now. Like, Would it have would it be connecting with the storylines? With Infamous 1 and 2? Would it have a different new storyline in the same city, like same villain, or like just reboot all of a sudden, right? And then you have Killzone. Oh, that looks really beautiful. But yeah, I can't just talk about games forever. It's just, I don't know. And how Sony, like, Xbox is for party. Sony did it for, Microsoft did it for party, like play. Like watching TV because there's people would be with you, right? Sony did it for
humiliation.
What was one of their main examples? You could go into a friend's game and start and help them beat a level. Like, honestly, I didn't think that would ever be possible, but that's pretty smart. Like, first, I guess you'd have to make sure you have the friend on a friend's list and send them an invite, and then you have to accept, and then whatever, however far, and then put a limit on however far you need help with. But other than that, it's like no one would think of that. What else was there about the PS4? Basically, that's kind of true. They didn't talk about. They talked about most of it, but it was like the games they showed instead of the Xbox, where they showed like what it does and everything. Like, controller looks pretty cool. Everyone's gonna miss the select and start button, and I hope that they reboot some games for the PlayStation 4. Wink wink, I'm talking about PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. Like, 20 character set list. I think Super Smash Bros. When it first came out had a bigger set list than that. But if they make another one, like, there's gonna be more games for it. Like Heavenly Sword, they should make a number 2 for it with the new PlayStation graphics, all set up. And everything.
Oh, did I get you?
But yeah, it's kind of much it, guys. I really can't go on forever about it. Like, you can only go on for so much with the information that they give you, but from what I've seen and what I've watched and what I've heard, PlayStation 4 kind of, PlayStation 4 kind of took the show away from Microsoft. Microsoft was, Xbox was more towards being social with people instead of being with people, instead of playing on your own and playing like online. But think of it, if you can afford an Xbox and Wi-Fi, why would you want to watch TV on there? It's like, it's a good idea, yes, it's a cool idea, but come on. Like, why? That's the one question people ask most of the time, is why? But you know what? Whatever it is, my heart's towards the PlayStation, Sony all the way, from PlayStation 1, 2, 3, from PlayStation 1, 2, PlayStation Portable, PlayStation 3, PlayStation Vita, and now to the PS4. I gotta say, guys, it's pretty sick. Comment, rate, subscribe, and love you. See you later. Bye.